Good evening, everyone. Hello there. Should be live. This time with a little intro sequence of sorts, I figured, because I still had to prepare a little thing. And yeah, that was the best way to start the stream ahead of time, basically. So, this can either turn out to be a pretty good match from a German perspective, or it can be a complete disaster. But I don't know. We'll see about that together. So, let's see. Also, by the way, thanks to everyone for liking the stream so far. That is much appreciated, of course. As you know, really helps a lot, those types of things. You know, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, of course, as well. But yeah, the typical YouTube stuff. So, without further ado, I'd say, let's switch over to this. Hi. Hello, everyone. Good evening from Germany. To a slightly different type of stream, in a way. I've done something like that before, but that was like 2018, I think, like 6-ish years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember it was a lot of fun, but it's also, it's something different, you know. It's a different setup of the stream and everything, you know, doing a watch party of sorts for a soccer match, which is, well, what we're gonna do today. So we'll see. So let's see. Also, this stream will be different in that it's gonna be a bilingual stream, which means I'm gonna be speaking English, and I may as well speak German. When someone asks something in German, I may as well answer in German. So yeah, and you may also hear me say a few German words throughout the match. Maybe if Germany will score goals, then I'm gonna say some German stuff. I don't know, we'll see. So it may as well serve as loose listening practice, you can say. We'll see. We're looking forward to this. So, let's see. So for the people watching this as a recording afterwards, this is the pre-show part of everything, which is me speaking a little bit and yeah, maybe answering questions, that kind of stuff, and getting hyped up for the match. So my personal guess would be Germany 2, Scotland 1. Of course, you know, gotta be honest here. But then again, I can't really evaluate that. Like, I don't have a feeling for if that's accurate or not. It may be totally off, totally unrealistic. Who knows? But something within me tells me that, you know, 2-1 may be the outcome of this match. But we'll see. We will see. I'm just texting with viewer of mine, Suzanne Fenris, and she's Scottish, which means this is going to be interesting for her. I think she lives in Germany though, so yeah. I'm just gonna reply to her real quick. My guess would be Germany 2. Scotland 1. Nicht Schottland, Scotland. My smartphone, that is also Denglish in a way. My smartphone, which is das Handy in German, is all trying to correct me because I want to type Scotland, the English term, but my smartphone tries to correct me in so that it think I wants to write Schottland, the German term for Scotland, but that's not the case. Technology. So, let's see. Gonna check some stuff real quick. Okay. Yeah, seems to be working. Okay. So, that's that. So if you have questions or if you want to chat about stuff, non-politics, non-religion, you know, no religious stuff like that. That's not what this channel is all about, but other stuff, you know, language-related stuff or culture-related stuff, something like that. Or the match, you know. If you're looking forward to this UEFA Europe Championship as well, because it's been a while. The last one was 4 years ago, I think, and the last World Cup was 2 years ago. And yeah, this is special in that it's taking place in Germany, which is the first tournament like this in terms of soccer, if I'm not mistaken, in Germany since 2006. Back when I was 15, and back when that was the World Cup. The 2006 World Cup took place in Germany. And yeah, I didn't get to see any of those matches in a stadium, but I vividly remember watching those matches with, you know, acquaintances and family and friends and everything back in the day. That was a lot of fun, yeah. I have great memories of that time. My tongue is a little bit stuck today. Cheers. So, we'll see. We'll see. I also vividly remember the, well, it was July 13th, 2014, almost 10 years ago. Not just because that's my birthday, July 13th, but also because that was the finale of the World Cup back then. Was it the one in Brazil? I think it was the one in Brazil, where Germany became world champion. Yes. And yeah, I also have some memories of watching the Brazil-Germany match, the infamous one, 7-1. I watched that in a pub, in an Irish pub in Paderborn, where I studied back in the day. And I watched it with friends. It was raining a lot, I think, and the pub was loaded with people. And I remember that some of my, you know, uni friends back then, they went out during the match, the first half of it, because they wanted to smoke, and they went outside therefore. And while they were outside, you know, we scored like 2 goals within, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, which was ridiculous, of course, but they couldn't believe it. And it was, that was a thing. Man, that was interesting. It was a historic day. And I think 2, 3, 4-ish years ago, I actually reacted to that whole match again and put that video on YouTube. You can find that reaction if you want to check that out, which is it's like German reacts to infamous Brazil 1, Germany 7 match of the World Cup in 2014. And yeah, this is, I think Brazilians even coined a term for that. Like they use a specific term to refer to that match. Forgot which one it was, but there was a specific term, if I'm not mistaken, that they commonly use to refer to that. And well, that tells you everything, I guess. So yeah. So, Richard Anthony! Hi! Hi, Richard! Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing? Don't remember this. Do you mean the stream, or do you mean the previous World Cup that I just talked about? Or both? Hope I'm gonna be lucky with the music this time around, because I tried a new set list with NCS, meaning copyright free music, but for the past streams didn't really work out the way I wanted to. Chose a different type of music, but we'll see. I'm fine. That's all that matters, Richard. That's all that matters. You're talking about the Brazil game, yeah. Well, as a German and as a, you know, Brazilian person, you can't forget that. If you're even, you know, just slightly interested in soccer in Germany or Brazil, you have heard of that match, and chances are you may have even tuned into that when it was already going like 30 minutes into the game, into the match, that is, because I think at that point we already were leading like 4-0 or something like that. I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah, that was crazy. By the way, if anyone knows, maybe I actually looked that up when I made when I reacted to that match a couple of years ago. But why is it that when it comes to sports, you don't say 0, you say 0? Like 2-0, something like that. Why is that? Is there a specific reason for that? I wonder. And also, you know, my instinct is to say it's a game, you know, like a soccer game of sorts, but it's a soccer match. I mean, I get that game doesn't have to be competitive in a way as a term, but yeah, so match fits better. But still, something that Germans have to think about every now and then. So Richard, are you a big soccer fan? Are you rooting for Germany or for Scotland or for both? I wonder. And what is your tip? What will be the score at the end of the match? Like mine is Germany 2, Scotland 1. Have to root for Germany here. And I truly think it's not an, well, improbable score. I don't think. So we'll see. We'll see. Have to keep track of the time, so I won't miss the start of the match. So let's see. You know, I have a catchy tune stuck in my head. Well, actually, it's two that were stuck, or that have been stuck because they still are in my head for 4 or 5 days now. And I'm not complaining because it's awesome music, in my opinion. I really like it, but it's crazy. Like, I rarely have catchy tunes that take that long. And, yeah. It's, I'm talking about the band Beartooth. And the songs In Between and The Line. It's, they are switching in terms of being catchy tunes at the moment, and it's, both are awesome. And also Beaten in Lips, which would be a third contestant for a catchy tune. Yeah. It's so, like, you know, great choruses, great melodies and everything. I just love it. I just love it. Okay, I'm gonna quote Suzanne, aka Fenris, viewer of the channel, which I'm chatting with at the moment, and she she said, "I heard the Scotland fans drank a bar dry within 24 hours of getting into Munich, and the bars have started calling it Scottoberfest." Well, I do like that. I'm not cheering, but I reckon 2-1 for Germany. That's awesome, Richard. That is what I wanted to hear. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm really looking forward to this. And we're gonna switch over to my actual watch party scene in a moment. Sincerely, I don't know. That's no problem at all. That's totally alright. So. Gonna reply to Suzanne real quick. All right. So. This I can close. So let's see. Okay, so. T-5. 5 minutes to go. And we're gonna switch over to this little scene. And where is my timer? I wonder. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna start a timer. And once the match begins, I'm gonna start the timer. Because I want you to be able to track time. You know, if I'm gonna react to something in specific and you're gonna watch this later, then that may be a help for you. I don't know, in order to really, yeah, relate my reaction to things happening during the match. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but anyway, I thought it would be a funny little idea to have like a little timer going on here. So let's test that real quick. Yes, okay. Working. I just have to keep that in mind. That's the biggest obstacle with this. Let's see. The chat. Rach or Rack? I don't know. Moin! Wie ist es? Ich denke mal Rach, oder? Wie geht's? Wie steht's? Freut mich, dass du eingeschaltet hast. Und mein Greenscreen spackt ein bisschen rum, sehe ich gerade hier. Aber das können wir ändern. So. Okay, so now they're singing the national anthems. By the way, you can find, as you can see here as well, you can find links to the streams, which I found at least in the video description down below if you want to watch the match along with me, because of course I can't show the actual match out of copyright reasons, which should be obvious, but just saying that as a disclaimer. So I'm not going to be showing the actual match, but this is sort of a watch party, therefore, you know, which means we're going to watch the match on our own, but together in a way. That's the idea behind it. And yeah, looking forward to this. And I could actually already switch over to my headphones. Let's see. All right. Oops. So now the music should be off for you guys. And yeah, it's like 1 minute, I think, roughly, till it's gonna start. And now the German team is singing the national anthem, which is Die Nationalhymne, by the way, the national anthem. The national hymn, you could also say. German Indian guy, okay. Interesting. So, German president shown here. He's also in the stadium. Frank-Walter Steinmeier is his name. All right. Gonna have my timer ready. So, the German coach is Julian Nagelsmann, and Neuer is still the goalie. Toni Kroos playing Gündogan, Havertz. Yes. Kimmich, Rüdiger, Musiala. Few names that have been around for a while now. Gündogan is the captain of the team, it seems. Quarkäulchen, guten Abend. Hi, danke fürs Einschalten. Alles klar? Okay, ich glaube, von den schottischen Spielern kenne ich gar keinen. Ich bin mir nicht ganz sicher. Schauen wir mal. Irgendein Name bekannt vorkommt. Gut, McGregor ist jetzt nicht so, glaube ich, der seltene Name. McGinn? Hm. Robertson? Mhm. Schauen wir mal. Elena, hi. Okay, I see. Thanks for letting me know. So I have to be careful here with my timer that I'm gonna start it at the right time when the match is gonna start, so that it's gonna be synchronized. So yeah, just gonna be a few seconds now. It's loaded stadium, of course, which is awesome to see. You're clipping me on your channel tonight. Fan Reactions Football Club. Thank you very much in advance. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna be authentic, you know. I'm not gonna be like cheering for the sake of cheering, but if I'm gonna have something to cheer about, then I'm gonna do it. So we'll see. But that also depends on the Germans playing well, in a way. So we'll see. And that is the start. Roughly like 2 seconds late, maybe. Just so you know. So, Sir Faricito, hi. And says in the description, I can't show the actual match out of copyright reasons, which should be obvious and clear, but just stating that as a disclaimer, that is not possible. Unfortunately, you know, I would love to show the match and to include it, but then I'm gonna be, you know, stricken down. And I don't want that to happen. Simple as that. So I'm sorry in a way, but that's the only way I can do it. Ooh! Whoa! First chance! Not even 1 minute in. Nice. That would have been, but it would have been offside. Okay, well. Anyway. Oh, well, close. That would be millimeters, if you ask me. But I think something like that is important at the start of the match, even though it would have been offside, just for the team to really get into the whole tournament and everything, you know, into the match. So, yeah. Prost. Cheers. So Germany playing in white, and the Scottish playing in blue, yellowish. Another chance. They're pressing. The German team is really pressing for it, which I really like so far. And he's chewing, you know, Julian Nagelsmann, the German head coach, he's chewing gum like a pro. He's really also going for it. Oh, love it. So yeah, I don't think I know of any Scottish players from the top of my head. I don't think I know any of those, by name at least. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm overlooking someone, like a familiar face. I like the logo of the tournament. It's very colorful and everything. Eye-catching. And as a marketing guy, I look for stuff like that. So once again, my tip, my personal one, would be Germany 2, Scotland 1. I mean, you know, I would grant Scotland 2 goals even, but only if Germany were to score 3. You know, so Germany has to have at least one more. Let's put it this way. But something tells me 2-1. I don't know. Don't know what it is. It's just a feeling. More than a feeling. Da, 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 da. I'm sorry. Right. Lost the ball. Oh. And once again, for the ones that just tuned in, maybe, this is going to be a bilingual stream, which means it's primarily going to be in English, but I may as well throw some German words in there as well. And if someone may tune in and chat German in the live chat, then I'm going to answer in German. You know? So it partially could also be a German listening party of sorts, but I don't know to which degree though. Just so you know. But if you want to learn German with football, with soccer, that is, you can also find a few videos on my channel about that stuff, you know, important soccer vocabulary and stuff like that. So, yeah. And like I said, a full reaction, if I'm not mistaken, to the infamous Brazil-Germany match from the World Cup 2014, the 7-1 match. Which, yeah, was its own thing. Like, how old is Manuel Neuer, by the way? Like, he's been around for like 300 years. I feel like it's crazy. He's still going strong. I mean, you know, goalies, I think, you know, goalkeepers, they may be able to play longer than other players here and there, physically, maybe. May still be taxing on them, of course, but or for them, but yeah, I think from what I know, they seem to have a tendency to play longer. Like Oliver Kahn back in the day, or Jens Lehmann, they also played for long time. Ooh. Carl Creighton, hi! Los Deutschland! Yes! Go Germany! Quackäulchen says, not a football fan at all, but when I was 12 to 13, I played with my friends and they called me Buffon. Oh, that's a long time ago, I think. Buffon. But I remember him, yeah. Because when... well, let's see. Oop. No. When boys want to play, girls are usually used as goalkeepers. And I did it great. You know, to be honest, I know that situation far too well as well. Because I also used to be a goalkeeper in football matches. You know, when we played football in school or something like that, or with friends, I usually volunteered as the goalie, the goalkeeper, because, you know, I figured it may be the easiest job, not the most taxing one. So, yeah. Oh. But they, you know, the German team keeps trying, which I really dig so far. I feel like they really want to have an early goal. They want to score an early one, which would be psychologically really important, I think, in terms of motivation. So we'll see. Still keeping the ball possession, der Ballbesitz, which is literal translation in a way. Nice. A lot of Scottish players in the defense, though, which can be tricky to find spaces in there. Ooh. Okay. Nice one. Yes! Nice! Almost exactly 10 minutes into the match. Yes! Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. This means I'm officially allowed to pour myself a glass of mead. Honey wine, that is. I figured. Awesome. And well deserved, I may add, because, you know, for the first 10 minutes, Germany was really dominating the match so far. Like 5 to 6 chances, even some bigger ones, and yeah. Awesome. A bit lucky because, you know, it also hit der Pfosten, you know, the post. Nice. Germany won. Not yet, but Germany scored 1 goal, that is. Awesome. Also, the youngest player, that is what the German commentator just said, scored the goal. That's also awesome, I think. And I have to update my my number here. Viz. Where is it? There. Floop. Nice. Prost! Cheers to you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Really looking forward to this. I'm really happy about this as well. Of course. OMG Feuerwerk, fireworks, and people screaming out there. I mean, yeah, in Germany that may be the case. I'm not hearing anything, even though my window is open, but that may as well be the case. Yeah, Germans may actually really celebrate that loudly in their cars, on the streets, with public viewing, which, by the way, is interesting. In Germany, we use the English phrase public viewing way differently to, let's say, the USA, because in the USA, it means it's a public viewing of a deceased person. You know, the coffin is open and you can see the deceased person and you can, you know, pay tribute to them and, yeah, as a condolence, sort of. But in Germany, a public viewing means the literal, well, literal meaning of those words, which means people gather in like pedestrian zones, for instance, or on big plazas, and they watch a match together on a big screen, which is what we call public viewing. So, little, maybe unknown fact to you guys watching this as an American, but it's true. So, I like language differences like that, like linguistic details. Same expression, but a completely different meaning. Oh! No, okay. But Germany still keeps pressing. They don't, give in here. It's like coffee to go instead of takeaway. Oh, is it takeaway in America? Or in English-speaking countries? I didn't know that. Is to go, is that a German thing? Like something that is typically German, a coffee to go? Huh. Where are they playing? That is a good... they are playing in Munich, in München. I wanted to say that is a good question, but then I saw the big Munich. So in München, in southern Germany, that is. Which is also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Munich is pretty close to their training camp, the German training camp. So, yeah. Comes in quite handy. And it should be the stadium of, FC Bayern München, one of Germany's biggest and most well-known soccer clubs. And most successful ones. Even though I'm not a big fan of them, but that's a different story. I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not an extreme soccer fan in that I watch every single match of the National League, die Bundesliga. But every now and then, if I hear something or if something interesting happens there, yeah, I still follow that. And if I had to name one team, one soccer club that I'm fond of, it would be Borussia Dortmund, I think, which is also, close to where I live, in a way, more or less. But the closest one, and the biggest one here. I just like them. I wonder what the ball possession share for Germany is. I think it could be 70% Germany and 30% Scotland. It feels like, because every time I'm seeing players, passing the ball to one another, it's German players, basically. So it's fair to say that, 15 minutes into the game, or 16, 17 minutes in, Scotland hasn't really found their way into the match yet. Unfortunate. So, I was thinking about when was the last time that I played soccer myself. I think that was 2020. Around that time, 4-ish years ago, I think. But that was inside. That wasn't on a soccer field in public in a way. That was inside. And on a much smaller field. Much smaller space. Which is a totally different feel to the match, I think. Because you have to handle the ball differently. Oh. Nice. Ah. Okay. Scottish goalkeeper. Gunn, I think is his name. He took care of that long ball. Would have been awesome, though. Okay, let's see. Hey, I guessed that pretty well. It's 74% ball possession for Germany. Another chance! Dude! Ah! Shoot it! Yes! Nice! Awesome. Wow. Wow. Oh, nice. Have to keep changing the number. Oh well. Da 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 da. Seven Nation Army by White Stripes playing or being chanted. Nice. By the way, sorry if I'm gonna be loud every now and then, but you know, watching that kind of stuff gets me going in a way. Yeah. And that was a nice goal. Nicely shot to the upper left corner of the goal. Yes, sort of. Oh, I love it. Awesome. So my bet, I didn't bet on the match, but my guess may still be possible. There are a lot of Grundstücke mit Häusern here around me. I hear music playing, fireworks, people making noise. My kids are not very happy. Yeah, I think I know what you mean there. Yeah. Which is, of course, very unfortunate, because that is not something that I wish upon any animal, that they get disturbed by that kind of stuff. Of course not. It's the same on New Year's Eve, you know. Yeah. I feel for those animals. Being someone who also really likes cats, for instance, and, you know, animals in general. I missed that one. Thanks for this, Dave. You know, it's my pleasure. I love doing this, actually. It's much fun. It's sort of an experiment. Like I said, I did something like this in 2016, I think, for a previous European Championship. But that was a long time ago. Oh, wow! Okay. There may have been another chance there. Nice pass. Der Pass, though. Nice pass. Is it pass in English? I don't know. Nice, man. Can't believe it. In New York, it's much worse. Yeah, I imagine that, yeah. The bigger the city, you know, the louder everything may be. More people chanting and, you know, screaming, making noise and fireworks and stuff like that, yeah. And the German fans are chanting, "Oh, wie ist das schön? Oh, how nice is that?" In English. It's pass in English, right? Yeah. Okay. What is die Flanke? Is it flank? Because that, you know, that is a pretty good example of vocabulary, English vocabulary, that I don't use every so often, which is why I'm not sure about that. So. Oh, New Year, not New York. I'm sorry. Referee smiling. Like, you know, nice try for a foul, but that wasn't a foul. Mittelstädt. Flank is a word in sports. That's as much as I know. Well, that's awesome. I think it's a row. Okay. Interesting. Might as well look that up. I did bet earlier that Scotland's path to failure would begin within 15 minutes of the game starting, so Germany just won me a drink, says Suzanne. One of my viewers, longtime viewers, Fenris. Greetings to you, by the way, in case you're watching this later on as well. Or the recording of this. Yeah, and she is Scottish, so this is interesting for her. Let's see, die Flanke. The flank. Ooh, okay. Still keeping the ball. Musiala. Ooh! Elfmeter! It's an... Yes! Wow! Wow! We get an Elfmeter, an 11 meters. Is it a penalty shot, that is? 11 meter. But it's der Elfmeter. The 11 meter, translated literally. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining, so, you know. Oh! So the commentator just says that it may have happened outside of the 16-meter area in front of the goal. So it may either be a penalty shot, or it may either, or it may be der Freistoß. Man, I really have to look up the English vocabulary for the next match, I feel like. Der Freistoß, the free shot. Alright, Quackäulchen. And now they're checking. So... So what is he saying? Okay, so it's not going to be a penalty shot for Germany, but rather der Freistoß. The release kick, that is, or the free kick. But, you know, it's almost like within the 16-meter area in front of the goal. So it's very much doable. We'll see who's gonna make it. I mean, that would be ridiculous, like 3-0 within the first half an hour of the match. 18 meters distance to goal, okay. Das Tor, by the way, the goal. Okay. Let's press our thumbs. Die Daumen drücken, which is the German equivalent to keeping fingers crossed. By the way. See? One Scottish player is lying in front of his mates. His teammates. Okay. Let's see. Havertz actually shot it. But the goalie kept it. Still a good chance, though. All right. So far, so good. You know, leading the match 2-0, Germany doesn't have to use every chance, of course. So that is totally all right. Yeah, I'm almost exactly 2 seconds behind, by the way, in case you're wondering. I started the timer 2 seconds late. I'm seeing the German broadcast before you, I think, which is weird. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a delay anyway, because I think there's gonna be a difference whether you're watching this on a TV or as an online live stream, which I'm doing. So it's never gonna be totally synced. Which is also funny because sometimes people may see seconds or actions 1 or 2 seconds early, and they will already cheer and spoil that something good has happened for others watching, next door. It's that stuff is always funny, I think. Okay, nice. They still keep going for it. That's awesome. They're really motivated, I feel like. And nothing against Scotland, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this being the first match for the German team is a pretty positive, a good choice, because they're not the strongest opponents. Once again, not meaning this in a negative way towards Scotland or the Scottish team or players in any way, shape, or form, but, stating the obvious, compared to teams from, England, for instance, or France or Italy, Spain. There's a difference there. I guess we can all argue. Oh, first yellow card for number 23 of Germany. Because that was a foul, yeah. Yeah. For Robert Andrich. Yeah. And when you have when you receive 2 yellow cards, you have to pause for a match. And the first goal was scored by Wirtz, by the way, in minute 10, and Musiala scored the second goal in minute 19. Just saying. For the record. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Oh yeah, of course, you're watching from the US, yeah. So it's gonna be totally different. Where are you watching this match? Like, on which broadcast station, I wonder? Where is it broadcasted in the US? Because I looked up a few links, which can be found in the video description, for different countries, including the USA. And... no. Yeah, it was ended before he scored the third goal, which wasn't a goal, but still. I think the German player caught the ball with his shoulder or the upper part of his arm, and therefore, the referee said no. Well, it's gonna be 50 matches in total, by the way, for this tournament. And I plan to watch or to have watch parties for all German matches, but I don't know if I can make it for all of them, time-wise, that is. We'll see about that, but I'm gonna try my very best. Because this is much fun, to be honest, for me. I hope for you as well. Something different, but, I figured under different circumstances, I wouldn't have done this probably, but since this takes place in Germany and the channel is about German and Germany, the German language and the German culture, I should do this, you know, and I can do it. So why not? Something different again, which I also like. Every now and then. Freshening things up a little bit. Yeah, I don't think Scotland even had a single, like a proper chance yet. Like they, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think they actually really had a really good chance to score a goal yet. At all. Like 34 minutes into the match. Almost. But you know, I can live with. Oh, I wonder. Do I still? I also have a like a Germany shades, but I don't know where I have them. Anyway. Nice. I think this is also the first big tournament for Julian Nagelsmann as head coach of the German team, because previously it was Joachim Löw, who was the head coach for I think like 15-ish years or so. I don't know, long time. But the last few tournaments weren't that successful for the for the German team. Sadly, but you know, hopefully this will be better for them once again. And also Germany, I think, became the European champion in 1996 for the last time. You know, that's the most recent win for the German team, which is like 28 years ago. So that's crazy in its own right, I feel like. And that was an interesting try by the Scottish team, but nothing more than that. No one to pass to in the German half of the field. With a VPN, of course, yeah, that's also a viable option, you know, using a VPN. Not endorsing anything or, you know, but just saying. It's a hypothetical option to use something like that. Okay, like a free kick for Scotland now. But it's still far away from the goal. But may as well turn into a good chance. We'll see. May also be the first chance, in a way. First real chance. Okay. Cleared so far. No immediate danger. Excuse me. It's also interesting that one of the German defense players is his last name, his family name is Rüdiger, which usually is a German first name for a man, Rüdiger. And it's a quite old, dare I say, outdated one. You know, you wouldn't name a German boy Rüdiger these days anymore. It doesn't happen. It's old-fashioned in a way. So it's interesting that he's called Rüdiger in a way. Also as a last name. But sometimes, you know, that's a thing with German names, is that you sometimes have names which can either serve as a first name or as a last name. Stefan is one good example for that, for instance. You know, you can either be called Stefan as a first name or as a last name. So, and then it sounds like you have two first names and no last name, but of course that's not the case then. Welcome to the German language. And Germany, for that matter. Rüdiger is a cool sounding name. Yeah, it has an interesting ring to it. Gotta give it that, yeah. Rüdiger. Maybe it's because of the umlaut, der Umlaut Ü. Rüdiger, the U with the two dots over it. Rüdiger. Luca AFC, hi! Thanks for tuning in. I'm okay. Hope you're as well. Hope you're doing great and enjoying the match. If you're already watching. Yeah, Scotland hasn't really found their way into the match yet. And that could have been the third goal. That was close. Man. Germany cooking, yeah. It's awesome to see. And that was so close as well. Like, that could have been easily the third goal for Germany. At the end of the first half of the match. But, yeah. Luck wasn't on our side for this one. Ah. Well, you could also say that was a foul of the Scottish defense player there. Yeah. Would be... yeah. I mean, maybe it could as well become a penalty, like a free kick for Germany. We'll see. That would be an interesting turnout. And they're checking now if it's going to be a penalty kick. But from the looks of it, you know, it was right in front of the goal. So Gundogan was fouled there. And also hurt a bit from the looks of it. So, referee's checking. There's a little screen at the side of the the field where you can check. Yeah, and it's going to be a penalty kick for Germany. You know. Oh. Wow, red card for Porteous, I think. Wow, well, that's bitter. Man. But, yeah. I mean, that's a clear foul. And he really went full into it. So, yeah, sorry, Scotland, but well-deserved red card, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Yeah, so, about the match. That just happened. It's a really turbulent first match in a way, which I do dig. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy in a way. So it could be 3-0 if we're lucky. So let's press our thumbs. Lasst uns die Daumen drücken. Let's press our thumbs, meaning to cross fingers, to wish luck. The German way. Havertz is trying. First half has ended officially. Three 0. Fuck yeah. Sorry for swearing, but you know. It's fuck yeah. Man, this is so insane. I mean, you know. Yeah, like it couldn't have been better. Better first half for Germany, I don't think. Like this, like they really went for it. They really pressed. They really had many chances. They tried to possess the ball at all times, and they practically did. Like they had like almost 3/4 of, you know, like 74-ish% ball possession, which is also a testament to how they really, really go for it. Man, this is awesome. I'm really happy. And they're still trying. Okay. New chance here, maybe? Well, no. I mean, you know, match isn't over yet. Anything can happen. But, yeah, the 3 youngest German players have scored the 3 goals. Which also is really cool in a way. And we're in the last minute of the additional time for the first half. It's going to be 48 minutes. So, wow. Awesome. Yeah, the German commentator just said, you know, for Scotland, now it's all about damage control. But with 10 players instead of 11, that's going to be even harder. But, you know, that's their own fault, so. Yeah. Another chance for Scotland. Last one, I guess, in the first half. Free kick. And that's it. End of the first half. Let's reset the timer real quick. And a little break. Well, interesting. German commentary just said it's the biggest German lead for a European Championship so far of all time. 3-0. And a red card for Scotland on top of that. I mean, some people may say sarcastically in a way that's the icing on the cake from the German point of view, but you know, it is what it is. Well deserved. Saying this, you know, as a fellow German, of course, but also saying this, objectively speaking, the German team was the stronger one so far. So it is what it is. Maybe that is der Heimvorteil, the home advantage. Translate literally. I don't know. Anyway, that is going to be that was the first half of the match, and we're going to switch over to music again for a little music. And to this. Whew! Man. It's really getting warm in here. Awesome. Well deserved. Yeah. Of course, we're gonna switch over to, you know, the second half once it's gonna start in a few minutes. But until then, let's drink and chat. Well, I didn't expect this, to be honest. Like, yeah, this is crazy. I love it. If we can keep that momentum, that's gonna be the biggest task for the German team, I feel like. You know, to keep that momentum. Krevak, good evening. Hallo, Dave. Wie geht's? Mir geht's gut. Wie geht's dir? We're in the middle of watching the first match of the European Soccer Championship. The UEFA Euro 2024. Germany versus Scotland. And Germany is leading 3-0 against Scotland, which is crazy. It's crazy awesome. It's crazy awesome. Man. So, yeah. We're looking forward to the rest of the match. And Scotland lost one player already. They received a red card, which also, well, hate to say it, but it's deserved, you know. I'm sorry. So let's see if I can. Oops. Adjust my green screen a little bit, maybe. While we are waiting for the second half to Like this, maybe? Yeah. May look interesting for you. I don't know. Anyway. So, Krevak, how are you doing? Flank, the right or left? Was it? Problem is the in the bottom right corner of my chat, the heart symbol keeps popping up and keeps overlapping with some comments every now and then. The right or left of a formation is a flank. Interesting. So, but what is die Flanke? Like a shot from the side of the field into the 16-meter area in front of the goal. What is that? Because in Germany that would be die Flanke. Let's see, die Flanke. A cross is that, or a wing, apparently. Interesting. Flank, wing, cross. Fußball would be a cross. Okay, steiler Ball, yeah, a wing or a cross. Okay, maybe I can remember that. We'll see. Can't promise anything. Sir Bluebeard. Yeah, that would be interesting, you know, to color it a little bit. Would be too short for that, I feel like, but still. I think I said this a couple of years ago already, but if, in any case, I may reach 100k subscribers at some point, I may do something like that, you know. Can't really say anything properly there, but or I won't promise anything, but maybe, you know, coloring hair and everything, may be an option, which I thought about, but we'll see. So we have to go like 38,000-ish. That's the road ahead. Maybe at some point I'm gonna reach that, I don't know. Would be awesome, of course, but it's not the easiest thing to do in general, you know. And on top of that, being a niche channel, you know, a channel about the German language and culture, which is very niche, like very, very specific for a specific audience, a target audience, so. But it's not impossible. I mean, you know, we'll see. From the group chat, okay, this is Zen speaking again, Scottish viewer of mine. From the group chat, I hope they let all the Scotland fans at the match watch the golf instead during the second half. Nice one. If that's okay. And earlier, she said, I did bet earlier that Scotland's path to failure would begin within 15 minutes of the game starting, so Germany just won me a drink. So, yeah. Yak Hawks! Hi! Thanks for tuning in! I've had a purple beard for years. Interesting. Okay. So, is it... Is it the same stuff that you use for your upper hair? You know, your head hair? I don't know what that's called, like main hair, that is. Is it the same stuff that you use for, you know, coloring beards? Or is that a different type of coloring? I don't know. I've never done anything like that. I've always had, like, dark brownish to black hair. But we'll see, you know. Maybe at some point. Like I said, maybe if I'm gonna reach 100k subscribers at some point. We'll see. There's a pretty well-known German YouTuber, by the way, with blue hair, and his name is Rizzo. He's made quite a few pretty cool research and investigation type of videos over the past couple of years. And that was, yeah. That is his trademark in a way, you know, the blue hair. Not trying to copy him, of course, but I still think it would be an interesting touch as a celebration of, you know, something like that, like a milestone like that. A potential one. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Man, that's a loaded stadium. It's crazy. So, I'm gonna be away for a second. You know, gonna take a little bio break. But I'm gonna be right back in a few seconds. And then, I hope, the second half is already approaching. We'll see. See you in a second. All right, everyone. Second half approaching. We'll see. So let's switch over to this again. Let's pause this again. And I need some sound here. Yes. And my timer, real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna be punctual in terms of my starting my timer again. We'll see. I should be pretty punctual. Should be. We'll see. 6, 7. Oh, I was. Okay, interesting. I feel like I was pretty much on point with him whistling, the referee whistling, but apparently I'm like 1 second ahead now? Okay, well, then that's it. You know. And as long as you know, that's all that matters. So, good news, everyone. We may actually be joined by a Scottish person for the second half of the match. I just found out about that. In the chat, the previously mentioned Fenris. So we'll see. And with that being said, same stuff, Schwarzkopf brand, but I have to import it from the UK, meaning the coloring stuff. Okay. And Greg B, thanks for tuning in. Hi. Need to put my baby down for a nap. Missed the first half. And there she is, Fenris. Hello, everyone.
Seid gegrüßt.
And first chance for Scotland in the early second half. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Fenris. We were just chatting via WhatsApp before, so... Allen van der Linde. Let's go, Germany. Woo, Deutschland. Yes. Hallo aus New York. Hi. And cheers to New York from Germany, of course. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. What time is it in New York now? I wonder, because in Germany it is 8 minutes past 10 p.m. now. And Germany is leading 3-0 in the first match of the Euro 2024 Championship, the tournament, which is crazy. But now the Scottish team seems to be, you know, they're going for it more, I feel like. First few minutes of the second half. 16-10, wow, okay. Interesting. So 6-hour difference. Wow. That's crazy. So can you watch the match via VPN, for instance? Or is it broadcasted somewhere in the US? I hope so. You can find links. I did some research on potential links where to watch the match in the video description down below if you want to check them out. Maybe one of them is working for you. Because unfortunately, you know, out of copyright reasons, I can't show the actual match on stream. Would love to do that, but that's not possible. Otherwise, this video would get stricken down like a pro. And I don't want that to happen. So, yeah. I'm here to participate in my ritual humiliation. As a Scottish person. That's okay, Fenris. I still like you, you know that, you know. Either way. That's never gonna change. You're a good person. Fox has all Euro Championship games in the US. Oh, okay. Interesting. Good to know. Thank you for telling me. The AP has a live stream going that is available in the US, at least for me, for any other Amis. So we'll see. Well, my initial guess for the match doesn't apply anymore. In a positive way, because I guessed 2-1 for Germany. And maybe you guys can answer the question that I raised at the beginning of the stream. Maybe you know that. Why is it that when it comes to sports and, you know, soccer and other kinds of sports, why do you say 0 instead of 0? Like it's 3-0 instead of 3-0. Why is that? Is there a reason for that? I guess so, but why is that? I always wondered that as a German. By the way, I hope you like my little soccer Europe 2024 screen layout here. I hope it's not too overboarding here, but I don't think so. I think it's, yeah, it's a little, I think it adds a little nice touch, you know, with the timer up there and the little movements here on the side of the field in the background. I think. So, yeah. So yeah, once again, Fenris, Suzanne, I'm really sorry. about this. I'm really sorry. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Da 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 da. And that was a try by Rüdiger, I think. Who, if I'm not mistaken, he is a defense player at heart. But I don't know. I missed your message. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna check it out in a moment. But now Germany has another chance here. A potential one. See? Whoops. Okay. I'm really sorry if I'm missing messages. I'm trying to see every single one of them, of course. Nil is better than love. Yak Hawks says. Well, yeah. And hi, by the way. I think I Wait, did you change your profile pic? That confused me a little bit. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Scottish people are good at one thing, and it is football. Man, you know, I was just thinking about this. I really need to go to Scotland at some point. One of my best friends, or two of my best friends, like a couple, they went to Scotland, I think, last year for the first time ever. And what they told me and what I saw from, you know, pictures and little video snippets and everything, gorgeous. I mean, I really need to go there at some point. So in case you ever need someone, Fenris, you know, to show Scotland to, you know, potentially speaking, maybe. The old pig was very odd without the purple beard. Okay, I see. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got confused there for a moment. I thought you were a new viewer here, but then I looked up the previous comments and then I saw it's you. So okay, Quack Eulchen. Which message did I miss though? Sir Bluebeard. Feel free to resend the message. No worries there. How does everyone feel about the DFB kits? What do you mean with kits? Is it the jersey, or what is the DFB kits? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Or do you mean the logo and everything? You know, the CI, if you will. Even though it's, yeah, I guess you can largely call it a corporate design in a way, or like a corporate identity, CI or CD, you know. But the jersey, I really haven't I haven't taken a closer look at them yet. To be honest, I immediately noticed the colors of the flags on their trousers, like pants and the shirts. So we need to pay more attention to those in the next few zoomed in shots to tell you more about that. And the German fans chanting Deutschland, Deutschland, Germany. Not a fan at all from the home and away jerseys for 2024. In what way though? Like, do you think they're a little bland, or I mean, you know, I like the blend of colors in a way for the German flag. I just saw that in the zoomed in, you know, the slow-mo action scenes there for the German team. It's basically like the blue, the black fades into the red, which fades into the yellow in a way, and you know, it definitely is an eye catcher in a way, I guess you could say. But rhyme. But yeah, it's nothing too special though. Maybe it was lost because of the break. I suggested checking out Rob Wirtz' channel regarding the content and maybe try something similar in a way about Germany and the German language. Rob Wirtz, okay. I mean, thanks for recommending that. I'm gonna take a note and may as well check that out. Thank you. Man, it feels totally interesting to watch a football match, like a soccer match, that is. Fußball, by the way, football. A literal translation of football. Der Fuß, the foot, and der Ball, the ball, football. And another chance for Germany! Oh! Close. Anyway. Let's. One of my friends just sent me a photo of herself wearing a Germany football shirt, and man, this heart that is overlapping the chat messages, and wrote, "I've been colonized." Wow. Probably shouldn't laugh about that, but you know how I mean it, so. I genuinely love being a tourist in my hometown. Would be more than happy. Okay. Good to know. I mean, I really need to get around more in general. I haven't really traveled that much yet in my life. If at all. You know, with like one or two exceptions maybe. Within Europe. I've never been outside of Europe, for instance, so it's definitely... I should definitely do that at some point. If it's possible, you know, time-wise and everything. We'll see. And nice one! Another chance. Whew! Germany still keeps pressing, man. It's awesome. Love it. That is what I love about a team that is leading, but they are still going for more. I mean, you know, some people may say, well, that's exaggerated in a way, which I get as well. And you know, you can judge it like that, I guess. But then again, I do really enjoy when a team really goes for it. It just goes for it. And they're still wanting to score more. And I mean, who's to blame them? I mean, they're obviously having a good time here. And it may as well even be a little bit easier for them now that Scotland only has 10 players left instead of 11. Which was, you know, like I said, their own fault. Thin ice jokes, yeah, in a way. But, you know, I also like to play something like Cards Against Humanity every so often, so I'm all in for like black humor and everything. So, that was too high. Do you have a Fußball tables in Germany? Yeah, I mean they're really popular actually. They're also in or part of many companies, you know, company offices rooms, you know, like you will find Tisch. I wanted to say Tisch tennis, which is table tennis. No, what's their name? Kicker. It's der Kicker, the kicker. That's the colloquial term, or maybe it's also the official term for those little table football tables, tiny football tables, tiny tables football. You know what I mean? You know, and they're really popular in Germany. Yeah, I mean, football is the national sport of Germany. Woo! Fußball is the national sports in Germany, so yeah. Beatrice Alfaro. Hi, Beatrice. Thanks for tuning in. Awesome to see you here. How are you doing? Hi, the term nil comes from the Latin nihil, which means nothing. Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah, that makes sense. But that still doesn't answer why it's used in sports instead of zero. Like, because you could also say it's 3-0, but instead you would say it's 3-0. Why is that? But thanks for clearing that up. I had Latin back in school, but I didn't think of that combination though, that relation that nil comes from nihil. Yeah, but makes total sense. Interesting. Goal differential is a tiebreaker in group stages, so it's an incentive to score a ton. Yeah. That's a good point, Greg. That's a good point. Yeah. You know, depending on how the other group matches will play out for the German team, literally speaking, play out. Oh, okay. One of my favorite players has arrived. Füllkrug. So, yeah, I mean, score as many goals as you need and as you can, of course. That is the best thing to do. Even if you're already in the lead by 3 goals, but every single goal counts and may come in handy, you know, depending on how the other... Wow! How the other upcoming matches will turn out for the German team. We'll see. Good point, Greg. Good point. Nil is one syllable. It's like zwo and zwei, maybe. Easier to understand. Yeah, I mean, it's shorter. You know, like from lingo-economic reasons, you could say it makes more sense to use shorter terms instead of longer ones. Maybe a reason. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, still, you could argue that 0 isn't that much longer than nil, though. But maybe it's the I in there, the nil, which stands out more than the E and O, 0, the E and O, as vowels. I don't know. Okay, 64 minutes in. And still quite a few chances for Germany. Scotland really hasn't found, apparently, their way into the match yet. I don't think they even had one chance in the second half already, by now. Or yet, rather. But you know. You miss Schweinsteiger, yeah. I mean, he was a pretty good player back in the day. Yeah. Sebastian Schweinsteiger. And I don't know if he's commenting. He may be working as a commentator for the matches, because that is what he used to do after his active career, after he retired from playing actively. At least for a few years. But I don't know what he's doing right now. Maybe he's also managing some team. I don't know. Not really sure about that. And... Whoa! Nice kick. So is der Eckball, is it the corner ball? Is it just like a literal translation in English? I wonder. Der Eckball. I think so, right? Or just in short, die Ecke, the corner. Der Eckball, English. The corner. So is it? It's not corner ball, but it's simply corner. Okay. And you know, that's also the cool thing that I've always appreciated about this channel. No matter what the actual video is all about that I'm working on at a time, I've always appreciated that. Also in live streams with you guys, I've always appreciated telling you things, but also learning stuff myself from you guys. That is a thing that I really love about doing what I'm doing here on this channel. It's awesome. I love that. Because I also can learn many things, you know, and I love learning new things. So, yeah. So, 0 is an imperfect rhyme for 3 in English, while nil doesn't sound like anything else. 0 is an imperfect rhyme for 3. 0, 3. Ah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, maybe a little chance for Scotland there, but not really. I think it's probably because of the influence of the Roman Empire in Britain, but apparently in other languages they also use null, or nil. Yeah, null is the German term, by the way, with 2L. Die Null would be the German equivalent for 0 or nil. Die Null. Oh, whoa! Whoa! Wow! I'm sorry, everyone. Woo! That came out of nowhere. Wow! And that was a pretty strong shot, you know, if I may say so. Wow. Füllkrug just got, you know, changed into the match like 3 or 4 minutes ago. Wise decision. 6 minutes ago it was. Bam! Right upper corner. Fuck yeah. Awesome. 4-0! It's crazy. It's crazy. I love it. Man. Yeah, I didn't expect this. I didn't anticipate this in the slightest. This is ridiculous. Man. And I'm just noticing that, you know, my timer, of course, isn't showing the actual minutes that have passed in total, which maybe I can try to fix that for the next match. Maybe I can do that in a way. I don't know. Maybe I can just pause it instead of reset it. Maybe that's an option. We'll see about that for the next match. 4-0. Man. And once again, I'm sorry if I'm going to be very loud all of a sudden, but, you know, I can't contain it any longer. I just, it has to get out. You know, it's man, wow. If you yell 0 across a field, yeah, okay. 0. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Still going for it, Germany here. Yeah. Okay. Man, this is... And the German fans, by the way, they chant so schön, sowas hat man lange nicht gesehen, so schön. So beautiful, so beautiful. You haven't seen something like that in a long time. So beautiful. That is the literal translation. It's a very, very common German soccer chant. Man. And that was a fast shot. Fast kick. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. This is just set to watch. I don't know what you mean, Fenris. I don't think so at all. I mean, it's incredible to watch. Yeah, it's just maybe you used the wrong term there. I mean, that can happen, but it's, you know, it's, I mean, that being said, though, it may be an unpopular opinion for some, but I wouldn't mind Scotland scoring like at least one goal. But then again, I think, you know, to be honest, from what they've shown so far in the first 71, like almost 72 minutes of the match, that one goal wouldn't really be deserved. I'm sorry, because they didn't have any chances yet at all. Like maybe with the exception of one or two free kicks that they had, but even those chances weren't really like big chances, you can argue. So it's yeah. I'm sorry, Fenris. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. We're not doing it on purpose. Well, maybe we are. Well, actually, we are, but, you know, still. Scotland rules. And it will always rule. Anyway, back to you guys and your comments. Cerro in Spanish is from the Arabic influence, I guess. Or is it cerro? No, cerro sounds more Italian than Spanish. Cerro. Cerro. What is the meaning of Schweinsteiger? The name Schweinsteiger sounds bizarre. Yeah, it definitely is a bizarre German last name. It's a very uncommon one as well. It's not like every second German has the last name Schweinsteiger, not at all. Translated literally, it means something like, I don't know, pig enterer, like pig climber. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but Schweinsteiger, yeah. And I don't know the etymology. I'm sorry, the etymology, meaning the origin of the word, in that case. But it's an interesting name to say the least. Schweinsteiger. The term Schwein is the pig, das Schwein, and der Steiger would be maybe it would also be the climber. Then it would be the pig climber. Der Schweinsteiger. It's yeah. I don't know who came up with that name. But this is something that I keep asking myself every now and then anyway. Like, how did people come up with certain town names, ridiculous town names in Germany, and or last names or whatever? Like, why and how? What did they drink, and did they drink too little or too much? That's really, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, good question. This is just set to watch. Yeah. Yes, there is certainly a lot of influence of Arabic in Spanish. Yeah, but yeah, once again, I'm sorry, Fenris. I'm sorry. This is almost exactly what I expected, to be fair. Well, I mean, you know, once again, nothing against Scotland. And yeah, like a pity goal. Yeah, I would, you know, well, maybe pity goal sounds a bit harsh. Like a goal for their self-esteem. But instead, we're scoring the fifth one. What the F is going on here? Wow. I can't even. Wow. What is happening? And now I'm starting to feel really bad for the Scottish team. Like, honestly. Man. But that was a lucky one, to be fair. But also a beautiful one. Man. Wow. Oh, it didn't count. Oh, sorry. No, it didn't count. It was offside. No. Really close, but arguably it was offside. Das Abseits, by the way. Garzen. So, by the way, just for clarification, yeah, I need to fix the timer for the next match. I hope I can make it work the way I wanted to. So that right now it should rather show the 67th minute instead of the 31st, but that is because I restarted it at the start of the second half. I'm sorry, didn't think about that. I hope I can fix that for the next match. Because I'm also gonna be streaming that. And like I said before, I am trying to have watch parties for as many German-related matches for the upcoming, for this Euro Championship, as many as I can, but I can't promise that I'm gonna make it for every one of them, because that also depends on, you know, my time and everything, if I have time. But if I have time, I may as well do it, because this is much fun with you guys. So feel free to tune in to those matches as well, to those watch parties. And let's watch those matches together. Because why not? It's something that I thought about, you know, a couple of weeks ago. Maybe I could do some like type of watch party with you guys. I don't know how many of you are interested in football necessarily, or soccer, but for those that are, this may be an interesting experience. And also, it makes sense to do this because this takes place in Germany. It's a German tournament, in a way. So, German-based. So, yeah. Just gotta do it. And I'm not regretting it so far. I mean, you know.
Läuft.
Or to say it with Walter Frosch.
Seid gegrüßt.
Oh no, that wasn't Walter Frosch.
Ja, alles in Ordnung.
That's Walter Frosch. Ja, alles in Ordnung. It's a very famous, sadly now deceased, football player who had a really distinct voice. Walter Frosch. May he rest in peace, of course. But a really charming character, as far as I can tell, you know, from seeing him in videos and everything. And yeah, as an homage to him.
Ja, alles in Ordnung.
I'm about 40 seconds ahead of Dave. Wow, okay. 40 seconds? Really? Wow. So know when to look to see his reaction. I mean, that can also be an advantage for you, of course. Okay, corner for Germany. Man. Bam! No. But still, you know, this, yeah. Yeah, that was like exactly 1 foot. Almost exactly 1 foot and 1 arm offside for Germany. Would have been crazy though. 5-0. Man. It's the best start that we could have wished for. Really, really, really strong performance so far. Like 10 minutes, 10 official minutes left. Now it's Emre Can. Or Can, I think it is. Can. 40 seconds to Dave. Sounds like an interesting band, to say the least. It's with that guy, Jared Lotto, right? 40 seconds to Dave. You guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, today. Once again, much appreciated. I really, really do enjoy communicating with you, interacting with you in the comment section under videos and in live streams. So that's awesome. 40 seconds to Dave that's a really good one. I gotta say, love that. Saw the chance and you took it. Love it. Cheers to you guys. So, well, I missed quite a few messages. I'm sorry. Gonna try to catch up with them. This is fun trying to listen to Dave and RBB Berlin at the same time, which is a radio broadcasting channel from Berlin. Yeah. Like a pity goal. Yeah. Yak Hawks doing the same, but with the sounds outside. There's a few seconds lag between screams and Dave's reaction. Pig Climber also came to my mind. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, Scotland. But no. I'm sorry. But, you know, it was a chance. It was a chance. And now Germany has another chance with Sané. And still keeping the ball. Wow. But now the Scottish players cleared the situation. Man, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Carl Creighton, thanks for spamming my thumbs up emote. Don't take this the bad way, but you look so Jewish that if I hand you a piece of paper, I will be turned to 10 commandments. No. I'm not Jewish, though. I'm not Jewish. Not that I'm against anything like that. I'm a tolerant person, but yeah. I'm not religious at all, actually. I used to be Roman Catholic up until January of last year, and then I decided to leave the church, in a way. But, because I didn't believe in the stuff, so and then I said, then I can also leave the church, and why should I be a member of it? And but to each their own, in a way. I'm really tolerant. If that's something that helps you, being a believer, for instance, more power to you. More power to you. Nothing against that whatsoever. That being said, though, this channel, I try to keep it politics and religion free. So I'm not going to go deeper into those topics. But yeah, that's that. And I didn't take that as an offense. Don't worry, Hamid. And by the way, hi. Thanks for tuning in. Actually cracking with laughter. Laughter right now. Schweinsteiger is a person from a place called Schweinsteig. The place name means a path for pigs on a mountain. A Steig or Stieg is a mountain path. Yeah, that's true. A Stieg, yeah, a Steig. Yeah. It's not a very common German term. That is why I didn't think of it, I don't think. But it makes sense, yeah. Steig, you can also hear that term in that context. Der Steig. Or Stieg. Was a pretty weak goal. I mean, it would have been still an interesting one. But, I described this game at lunchtime as Scotland's path to ruin, and they are proving me right at every turn. Yeah, once again, Fenris, and I really mean that. I'm really sorry for you. I feel sorry. Because, of course, it would have been awesome for the Scottish team to really get into this tournament better in the first match. But they didn't have any chances. I mean, I just gotta say the way it is. The German team isn't making it too easy for them, which I do appreciate as a German, I have to say. But still, yeah. Let's see. Steig is also a footbridge. Yeah. I mean, maybe, but I haven't really heard the term in that context, like for a bridge, referring to a bridge. Steig. Maybe it's like a regional type of word for that, like a Bavarian word or something. I don't know. 40 seconds to Dave. How to highlight a person's nickname from YouTube app? Maybe you can like type the @ sign, and then the name. If that maybe that works. I don't know. And York Hawk laughing out loud. Oop. Connection got lost a little bit here, apparently. Whoa! Okay. That was a goal for Scotland. It's and that is totally fine with me, to be honest. That is totally fine with me. (4-1). So, was a lucky one though. Oh, was that an own goal by Rüdiger? I think, yeah, Rüdiger was the last one to hit the ball. Yeah. Was a head goal by Rüdiger. So, technically speaking, it wasn't even scored by a Scottish player. But it's all right. It's all right. Don't get me wrong. It's all right, guys. It's all right. I can live with this. That's bad luck, I guess. Das Pech for Rüdiger. But, it's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Ja, alles in Ordnung. Läuft.
Oh, is it gonna check? It's gonna be checked? Oh, it got checked. Okay. Interesting. Yay, go Scotland, says Carl Creighton. Wait for it. Okay, Fenris. So, what is your impression on this? What are your thoughts on this goal, I wonder? Feel free to let us know in the comments, in the chat. Right now. By the way, there's what's the name of the band? There's a Scottish band that I keep hearing, or that I keep listening to on one of my favorite rock and metal radio stations from Germany, Radio Bob. Open up your heart and your soul. Something like that. I'm pretty sure they are from Scotland. And it's a pretty cool song. Open up your heart and your soul. So, like a rock song. German team felt so bad for Scotland they actually kicked the ball into their own goal. Oh. Yeah, maybe. Oh boy. Never thought that football is so funny. Thank you, girls and guys. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I haven't really done this often, but I have done this before, like I said, many years ago, like a watch party for a soccer match. But it's much more fun doing this with you guys instead of watching it alone, for instance. So this is awesome. I don't regret doing the stream. Because, gotta be honest, before this, I was unsure if anyone would turn up to this. Or for this. And 3 additional minutes. But apparently, you guys seem to enjoy it as much as I do. And that's awesome. So, the next German-related match, maybe I can also announce that now, is gonna take place next Wednesday, which is June 19th, which is Germany versus Hungary, which will start earlier though, at 6 p.m. CEST. I'm gonna make a live stream page for that as well, so you can set the reminder on that, or you can bookmark the link, or stuff like that. So it's gonna take place next Wednesday, June 19th at 6 p.m. CEST, and if everything goes according to plan, I'm also gonna have a watch party for that. And yeah, the third one will take place on Sunday, next week Sunday, which is June 23rd, which would be Switzerland versus Germany, once again at 9 p.m. CST. So, like this match. Just so you know. But yeah, strong first match. Really great. Greatly played out by Germany, by the German team. If they can keep this momentum, I'm gonna be filled with high hopes. To be honest. Before this, I didn't know what to expect. And I'm a fan of not having too many expectations before matches, or like before concerts, before anything. I try to go into those things with as much as an open mind as possible. And, well, fair to say I didn't get disappointed. Whoa! Wow! Okay, 5-1. 5-1. Which is like 30 minutes to the end. Closer to the end. The edge. 5-1. Da 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 da. Seven Nation Army once again, chanting that. Nice one. Bit close there. I mean, the goalkeeper was in the right corner, but a few millimeters in between his hands. And he even touched the ball, I think. Wow. Okay, everyone, that was it. Germany wins the opening match of the Euro 2024 with 5-1 against Scotland. Wow. Wow. And one more. Wow. And one for Scotland. Wow. But like I said, and I mean it, I was happy sort of for the Scottish team that they at least scored one goal. Even though they didn't score it themselves, technically speaking, but still. Man. Look at this. This score is amazing. Look at my score. My score is amazing. Okay. Well, okay, let's catch up with your messages, everyone. And my voice is giving in a little bit. Man, like, I'm applauding the German players, but I'm also applauding you guys for tuning in. And, of course, everyone else that may watch this after the match has ended and the stream has ended. Thanks for doing that. I know you're there. And it's much appreciated. So, wow. Also, I think the band you're talking about is Twin Atlantic. Yeah, that may be possible. There are two bands that come to mind when I think of Scottish bands, which is Them and Biffy Clyro. and I like both. I mean, you know, I'm way more familiar with Biffy Clyro. I also saw them live twice, I think. Great band. I also really like to listen to Simon Neil, who's the guitarist and singer for Biffy Clyro, in interviews because he always sounds so Scottish. Scottish. I like that. Like the sound of that a lot. I think I think I saw them supporting Smashing Pumpkins years ago. It is indeed. I listened for the first half alone, but this is much more fun. They're from Glasgow, the band. Oh, I see. Okay. More comments from the group chat. I think this was all to lull Switzerland and Hungary into a false sense of security. I must say, I think they've nailed it. Group chat. Quote, enjoy the after party. At least we're good at that. Yeah. The Scottish fans are great. Never doubted that. Wow. Man. I'm pretty certain that they didn't expect this themselves either. Like, this is something you don't expect like that, I don't think. You can't. But, man. To be honest, you know, I've seen quite a few Germany matches in World Cups and European Championships like this for the past, like, 22-ish years, I think. I think the first tournament that I remember watching was the 2002 World Cup when I was 11. And this may easily be the best opening match that I remember from a German team in a tournament. Wow. I remember that we scored pretty high against, was it Saudi Arabia in 2006 or so? Which was like 8-0 even? Maybe? But I don't think that was the opening match. Man. Hallo, ich bin sehr spät. Tiffany, hi! Thanks for tuning in, Tiff. You missed this. Wow. This was a phenomenal match. I mean, I was pretty loud every now and then because I really cheered for Germany. And I had all the good reasons for doing that today, which is, man, this was an awesome stream with you guys. The match was awesome. You guys were awesome. Everything was awesome. Cheers. Honestly, cheers to you guys. Much, much appreciated. None of the old guard players are left now, and it sent me when Kroos said he was retiring. Yeah. All that's left is Müller and another. Yeah, I think, is it Rüdiger who has been around for a longer time now? I mean, Manuel Neuer has been around for decades, feels like. He's still around, so, but he's a goalkeeper, so it may be different for him, arguably. Yeah, but Toni Kroos, of course, that may as well be his last tournament. Man. What a great opening match. Yeah, Müller, Kroos, and Neuer now walking towards the fans. The oldsters. The old ones. Awesome. I mean, Neuer, I guess he was pretty bored today. Maybe he fell asleep. I don't know. Didn't see him too often. I'm sorry. Fenris, I'm sorry. I don't mean it as harshly as it may sound. You know that. I'm happy. You know, I can't hide it. I'm so excited. Brazil flashbacks. Yeah, Wolfie. First of all, also for you, or to you, once again, or first and foremost, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. And what did I want to say? Yeah, I reacted like a couple of years ago. I reacted to the Brazil-Germany 7, like the 1-7 infamous match from the World Cup in 2014, and you can find a video of that in on my channel here, right here, if you want to check that out, as well as a couple of videos with German football or soccer. Football or soccer vocabulary. If you want to learn that as well, you can find out those. You can check out those videos on my channel as well. Man, wow. It looks very exciting, and it is. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. So let's switch over to this. And yeah. I mean, you know, evil tongues may say, well, this was only Scotland. You know, they're not the strongest team anyway, so that doesn't mean anything. Okay. I give you that. Maybe that is, you know, you can say that. You can argue that. But that being said, though, the performance of the German team still was awesome. Either way, you can't deny that. That was an awesome performance. And they really showed that they want to score goals. They want to go for it. And I really, really, really enjoyed that. Yeah. Man. Okay, everyone. Let's round this up for today, because it's 11 p.m. now in Germany, and I am, I'm a bit, also from cheering, you know, it's exhausting a little bit for me. I'm not the youngest anymore, okay? So, no. Fortunately, Scottish people generally have a sense of humor about the Scotland team's performance. Because we'd have to, frankly. I mean, yeah. The real action starts when it's Österreich gegen Frankreich. Yeah, oh well. Austria versus France. Yeah, that may be an interesting one. So we'll see what the upcoming matches will bring for Germany. Last reminder, I'm gonna be live again if, you know, nothing gets in my way unexpectedly. I'm gonna be live again with another watch party like this for the next German-related match, which will take place next week on Wednesday, which is June 19th at 6 p.m. So earlier than this one, 6 p.m. CEST. I'm gonna make a live stream event for this. I'm gonna set that up soon, like over the course of this weekend, I think. And if nothing gets in my way, I'm also gonna be having a watch party for the third group match, which is Germany related, which is gonna take place on next week's Sunday, which is June 23rd at 9 p.m. CEST. I'm really looking forward to those matches, of course, you know. And with that being said, thanks you. Like I said, yeah, my tongue is already in sleep mode, I think. Anyway, thank you all so very, very much for tuning in. Much appreciated, everyone. Like I said, I really enjoy chatting with you guys. You're awesome. This whole match was awesome. I hope the stream, you enjoyed my reactions and everything. I try to be genuine and authentic, and that is what I'm all about. You know, that's important to me. So with that being said, have a nice weekend, everyone, and see you next week, maybe on Wednesday for the next watch party. Until then, cheers and all the best from Germany. Definitely see you next time. Tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal. Euer Dave. Your Dave.